We're very happy today to present you the latest version of Commission Conductor. I am the CEO of Symfintech, and Efrain is one of the product experts. He's going to lead the demo today. And we started in 2013 as a company. Our company is called M5 Team, and Symfintech is one of the doing business as. And we created the field service that then was acquired by Acumatica. And then in 2019, we launched Commission Conductor. We started in 2018, 2019 first release. And today we have over 100 customers. So it's 100% is integrated, built with Acumatica for Acumatica, and it's extremely versatile. So today, what you're going to see, we're going to show you a demo. It's going to be a very simple sequence, let's say. We're going to start in the sales order, which is one of the most common places to start, then invoice and commissions, and then we're going to pay. And we have many flows. Customers use this in many ways. So it can be projects involved, CRM, field service, etc. So there's multiple things. And so we're going to invite you to book a specific demo with whatever you want to see, and we will prepare you the flow that you guys want to see, because again, there are many. So we have things that we're not going to show you today, like for instance, pay commissions when you get paid, tiered plans, splits, royalties, territories, etc. We have multiple things that we can add to this. So that being said, we're gonna proceed with a live demo. So Efrain, take it away.
Okay. Just open up my Acumatica instance here. Here it is. Let me know if you can see my screen fine. Yep. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So, good to meet you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Like Jorge said, we have been in this business for a while. Commissions is all we do. And we have a fully integrated solution that's built with the Acumatica framework. It's all inside Acumatica, so no external tools. And it's all native Acumatica. So you will see here to the left that I have a module here that is called Commissions. And if you didn't know any better, you would think that this is just a regular Acumatica module. And it is in a way, but it is custom built by us, by Symfintech, but it works just like any other Acumatica module. So if you're an Acumatica, or if you're thinking about acquiring Acumatica, the commissions module works just like any other Acumatica module. So opening the menu here, we see that we have a bunch of screens. We have many of our configuration reports and some other stuff that some of what I'm going to show you today. So again, it's all native Acumatica. We're built with an Acumatica, so you don't have any needs for any external tooling. The system tracks your Acumatica activity, and you get one source of truth for your commission transactions and needs. So with that said, let me just open here. Have our commissions dashboard. So we're going to have two separate flows that I'm going to show you. One is going to be what happens when we are at the month end and we're ready to pay our commissions. And then I'm going to show you what the day-to-day activity looks like with the commission software and how it integrates with some of the Acumatica screens. So this is our commission dashboard. One of the good things about this being in Acumatica is that you get a lot of versatility and flexibility with what you can build. So this is what the management commission dashboard that comes with the software looks like. So of course, we have some configuration that's in place that we have used to get this dashboard to the point where it is now. And let's just say that we are at the end of the period and we are ready to pay our commissions. So as a manager, I can come here and say, well, for this period, what's the total commission that we have paid so far, that we have calculated so far, and what's the commission that's available to be paid. One of the good things about this software is that we have a commission lifecycle that we came up with where commissions can be generated and then they go through a process where they enter a potential state, which is when you know that the commission exists, but you're not ready to pay it out yet. And this could be due to a number of reasons. Let's say you only pay out commissions once you have collected the money. It could be in full, it could be partially, or you have some other extra condition. Let's say that you work with projects, so you only pay out commissions once you effectively close a project. So our commissions exist within this framework where they have a life cycle and they can be potential commissions. And then once they meet the conditions, they become what we call effective commissions. So with that said, let's just have the system run commissions. Right now, we're going to run commissions for June. And this is what we would call an Acumatica processing screen. So this is something that runs in a schedule in the background. And notice how I'm not really choosing who I'm running commissions for. I'm not choosing what documents I'm running commissions for. I'm not choosing which type of lines I'm running commissions for, because the system has already been configured and it knows, it is smart enough to know what documents to pick up, what to look for, which will be the rates that it's going to be paying commissions for. We're going to see some of that in a bit, but what I want to emphasize here is that the system has everything configured, it knows where to look, and it has your data because it lives within Acumatica. So it has access to sales orders, it has access to invoices, it has access to payments, projects, whatever you have in the system can look at and automatically, notice I'm not doing any spreadsheets, I don't have anything external, it's just within Acumatica, the system can pick up or whatever you have in the system and then generate commissions automatically. So going to our dashboard, like I said, I want to see some effective commissions because I want to pay out some commissions because we're the period end. So you can see here we have some effective commission ready to pay out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to our accrual screen just to show you that just like we can pay our commissions, we can accrue for commissions. Like I said, you may have some conditions where you want to accrue the money because you know the commission, the expense comes in, you want to record it in a given period, you're not ready to pay out the commissions, we can accrue commissions as well. So let's just say this is our accrual, and we're going to let the system load the records. You're going to see it's a very simple process and requires very little manual work. It's just coming in, we have our commission accrual. The system gives you the breakdown, what's making up the commission, who's the sales agent involved, who are the customers involved, invoices, reference numbers, inventory IDs, whatever we have in the system. You get a breakdown. You can look at, export it if you want, and then you can release it. And this will automatically, depending on the configuration, generate a journal transaction, hits the GL, it's all automatic, accounts pre-configured, everything in place. And there's our accrual. Then I can go to our payout, and as I build it, so it's a very similar process. We just go to our transaction screen, set the reference, this is our payout, and just load in our commissions. It's very similar to our accrual screen. And one of the great things about this process is that you can do it with whichever frequency you run your payouts or your accruals. So you could have monthly accruals, quarterly payouts, you could have biweekly payouts. They can even be daily. So the system gives you that flexibility that as soon as you have records that are ready to pay out, you can follow your own process. So it doesn't force you to follow a frequency. You can just run your accruals and your payouts with whatever frequency you require in your business. So with this, I just have a payout generated. It's a bit different to our accrual screen. We get a summarized number down here with what we're effectively paying, what's being calculated for the period. We get the person IDs, who's getting paid, and so on. So again, with just a few clicks, come into the payout, load the commission information, and then release the document. So after we've done that, and it's another great thing about Acumatica, right? You get access to reports and many other stuff. And we get these actions up here so that with just one click, I can generate and email reports automatically out to the salespeople. So you don't have to, get some spreadsheets, start generating, do manual work to mail them out, get the information out to the salespeople. With just a few clicks, you can generate your payout, you can run the reports, and you can actually just mail them out from this screen. And these actually generate attachments here as PDFs. Let me show you what one of them looks like. So it's just a PDF. This is one of our stock reports. Again, one of the many great things about Acumatica is that you get access to so many things with the report engine. So you can get stuff out, put stuff in, change the layout, resize, reshape, refactor, whatever you want to do with the reports. You get a lot of flexibility. So here we get the breakdown of who's our sales agent, what invoices they're participating in, where are the lines that we're paying commissions on, what are the rates, and this gives you that full transparency and that automation, right? So you save a lot of time because you save time on disputes and you save time on having to do the actual calculations, having to generate the documents, having to send them out. The system helps you a lot in that regard. So with that said, this is sort of the flow that you will have in when you're comes and you want to pay out commissions or accrue commissions. But what I want to show you now is what the day-to-day looks like when you're using the software. All right, so let me just close this payout. So open a new tab. And before I jump into the actual flow that I want to show you, which is going to start at the sales photo level, I want to talk to you a bit about the different entities that come into play when we're running commissions and how the system is able to have that level of flexibility and automation that it has. So this is one of our dashboards. It's called the commissions flow. And this gives you a brief overview of how the system is designed, right? So we have persons. These are our sales agents. And these are the people that we're going to be paying our commissions to, right? So these sales agents, they can put on different hats, right? So they can have different roles. We could have managers, you could have regular sales reps, you can have inside sales, outside sales, really just anything that you have in your process, we can model within the system. And then we have the incentives, right? So this is what we run when I went to that calculate commission screen. We have our incentives that come with some configuration, and these are the commission plans. We like to use the word incentive because it conveys more than just a percentage times a number, right? It could be bonuses, it could be KPIs, it could be just a number of things. It could even involve salaries. So depending on how you want to incentivize, we can model different things with the system. So these three entities, they get combined into something that we call the person role incentive, right? So since we have this level of granularity where a combination of a person with a role, with their commission plan, can have a set of rates, you can have a set of tiers, and you can go down to a very, you can be very detailed with how you want to set this up. So different people can have different rates. Different people with different roles can have different rates, different configurations. And there's also what we call the filters. So the incentives themselves, the commission plans, they know from what you have in your system exactly what to target. So they can target certain lines, certain inventory IDs, certain item classes, or just about anything. The way that we can filter in or out information that's present in the system is very, very flexible. So all that we have here towards the left side of is what we call the configuration side of things. So we would set this up during implementation. You will have your salespeople, your roles, your incentives, and you will learn how to configure this yourself. So once you're running, most things are just a matter of configuration. So here towards the side, we have what we call the transaction side of things. So this is what you're doing in Acumatica on a daily basis. You're doing your invoices, you're doing your sales orders. And that's the information that the system is gonna grab onto. It's gonna look at the information that you're having in the systems, automatically looking at the numbers, and following your configuration, it'll be able to run commissions. And then you get access to what we just saw, which are the accruals and the payouts, which are very easy, very quick to run. And then after that, you have just a number of inquiries, reports, dashboards, and automations like printing out reports, emailing reports. One of the many great things that the system can give you. So with that said, let's just go to the standard Acumatica sales order screen. So this is regular Acumatica. Just go to the sales orders. And I'm going to be creating a new order and showing you how the system is integrated within Acumatica. So let's just create a new record. And this will be just a standard order. Let's just say that we select here the first customer. And we're going to add a couple of item lines. And by the way, one of the things you can see here is that we're running Acumatica Modern UI. So if you're in the Modern UI, we're always really up to date with whatever Acumatica comes out with. So we're fully certified for each and every version. We're ready and certified for 26.01, and we have Modern UI enabled as well. So here I just have a couple of lines. We have a couple of computers, some Lego, inventory, and our lines here are commissionable too. So you will see here that we have two tabs that are not stock at Acumatica. These are the commission settings and the commission records tabs. So these are brought in by the commission conductor. And as you can see, they're just fully integrated in the screen here. Again, if you didn't know any better, you would think that these are just standard Acumatica tabs. So the commission settings is a place where we tell the system who's going to be getting commissions on this document, right? And as you can see, I didn't input anything. I just opened the tab, and here we have it has been populated with some stuff, right? So we have a couple of sales agents, and actually they have different roles, right? So we have our sales rep here, we have our manager here, and this works with something that we call the commission assignment map, right? So we're able to define different sets of rules that drive how the system automatically populates the commission settings. Because one of our main philosophies with this software is that you should just manage by exception, right? The system should be managing for you who gets the assignment, how the numbers are run. So once everything is set up, you only come in and change stuff when there is a discrepancy, when something changed over time. Maybe this sales rep was assigned to this customer, but then things change and you want to add in another customer or another sales rep, or when you want to do splits and things of the sort. But again, the main philosophy is that the system works automatically, works for you, so you can focus on your work, on your business, and then we can focus on the commissions. So again, commission settings automatically populated. This is the system telling us who is getting commissions for this order, right? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create a shipment from this order, and I'm going to process it as you would normally do for a sales order. And we should end up with an invoice. And you're going to see something happen that we call the cascading process, right? So depending on how far back in your sale you know who gets commissions, you can set up who will get the commission and the commission settings. And then as you progress through the sales process, that information will eventually reach the invoice, which is where most clients actually ultimately assign and pay out the commission. So I set up the sales order with some information. And what I want to see here is that once the sales order has been processed or shipment has been confirmed and I invoice, my commission settings should have the information cascaded down from the sales order. So when we open it, we can see that it's the same we set up at the sales order level, right? So this is telling us, hey, this invoice is ready. We have our commission settings assigned. We have our detail lines. And now all that's left to do is just release the invoice. That'll make it available for the commission module to pick up and actually generate commissions. So once the invoice is released, again, we have our processing screen running in the background. Let's say it could be running overnight, it could be running every 15 minutes. It's a very quick process. So you can run it with whichever frequency you like. So with that done, now I'm going to switch our focus to the commission records tab here. So this is another one of the tabs that we're adding in the system, commission records. And this is a very cool thing. So you will be able to see that on the invoice itself, we have access to information about the commissions that have been generated. So we get a commission record here. We have 4 commission records. 2 of them are for our sales rep. 2 of them are for our sales manager. And these are actually tied to the detail lines themselves. So we have a commission record for our computers and another one for our Legos. Coming back here to our tab, we see who the person is, what their roles are playing, and then we have some extra information about what the incentive is, right? So you always get that level of detail and transparency because you know who's getting commissions, you know what incentive they're getting commissions for, you know exactly which plans are coming into play. So you know what rules were used to filter commissions, you know what rules were used to assign the rates, and then you also know what the sales order number is, what the inventory ID is, and it's a really straightforward process at this point. So you can see the quantity, the revenue, the cost, and the margin, and so on and so forth. One of the great things about this is that the incentives, the commission plans, again, I hate to repeat myself, but we have such a degree of versatility with the configurations and flexibility. The way the system is set up right now, it's actually paying out commissions based on the revenue, but you could be paying out commissions based on the cost, on the margin, on the quantity, on something else entirely. So the system looks at the number, grabs it, and set here in this field called the commissionable base. So at this point, we have calculated some percentages. This one's for our sales rep, and then our manager is getting a lower percentage. So our final commission is just our commissionable base times our commission percentage. We also factor in the split participation, and then they get their commission amount. And again, we get these 3 fields here to the right, which are related to what I mentioned earlier, the commission lifecycle, where we can have potential commissions, effective commissions, and commission amount that has already been paid. It's all tracked in the system, very transparent and just very easy to see and share with the salespeople. And again, the commission records is one of the many places to find this information. We have a number of reports where you can see aggregations about the commissions. You can see all of the invoices for a given period, all of the sales orders that are involved. You can filter by salespeople, incentive, role, and so on. And one of the great things about this software is that mistakes can be corrected, right? So let's say that this cell you went through, invoice has been released, commissions, you know, they could have been paid out or not, but we have some commission records already generated in place here. But actually, due to some reason, it turns out that this sales agent is not the correct sales agent for this invoice because it was reassigned the cell was reassigned or something happened in between the sales order and the invoice. And, again, this has been released. We have commissions generated. So I can just come here and say, actually, this commission should go to sales agent number 10 instead of number 3. And actually, we have more than one sales rep on this cell. So we actually want to see a split happen. We got number 9. Say this guy gets 60%. This guy gets 40%. Gets saved. The commission processes the change. And then when we go to our commission records, what we expect to see is that now we get some new records, right? So as you can see, the system is able to handle these changes even after the invoice has been released, even after you pay out commissions. You can go back, modify stuff, and the system does the math. It nets the commission. It puts the money in the pocket where it belongs, and it's all automatic from that point forward. So mistakes are now permanent. The system can handle them very well. And again, it's all within Acumatica. So no need to export anything, and you get one source of truth. So one last thing that I want to show you is that, as I mentioned, we got a number of reports. These are our management reports, management dashboard. They will show you a lot of information for all the salespeople and so on. But if your salespeople have access to Acumatica, you can actually grant them access to the commission software, right? Just open this screen here. You can actually grant them access to the commissions, and they get their own setup screens, right? So they can see their own dashboards with their own information. They can drill down themselves, right? So this will help you, because now whenever they have a question about, why am I getting this percentage? Why am I seeing this? Why am I seeing that? Why did I not get paid for this? What am I waiting to collect for my next payment? Access to their dashboard, they can come in, log into the system, go here, open the dashboard, open their GIs or reports, and they can see for themselves. And that will save you so much time. It's amazing. The level of transparency that this grants you, and the level of independence that it gives your salespeople. So again, you get reports for your management, you get reports for your salespeople, and they get to drill down, see where what's making up those numbers, see what they're getting paid per period, and so on. So I think with that, we have covered the live part of the presentation. So let me just switch here back to our, one sec. There it is. Okay. So
yeah,
go ahead, Jorge.
Yeah, so well, we show you a particular flow, sales order invoice commissions. We saw a lot of details on it, and there's many more flows that we can show you. Our objective here, or our goal here, is that you guys book a specific demo, so we can prepare something that you actually want to see. And so then we have multiple models. We can do projects, commissions, some project margins. This is very sophisticated. We have a lot of customers that use projects, and they have commission plans that they are based on the margin of the project. Multiple roles, pay when paid, meaning you pay commissions when your clients pay you. Royalties and KPI bonuses. We have 2 territories, quotas, etc. So we have a lot of experience, and it's very, very sophisticated. And it's all configuration. There's no black boxes, tricks, GIs, things like that are behind. It's just configuration screens, how we do it all. Yeah, we have a lot of experience in multiple industries. And yeah. Feel free to take a screenshot of this so you can book a demo real quick, real easy. This will take you to our website and you can book a demo with us. So now we're going to open this to Q&A. You can ask questions and then we will have, let me check on time. How much time do we have, Efrain?
Check.
Okay.
Probably have about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so let's look at the questions. They're in the chat, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you go into the modify commissions button?
Oh yeah, I can show you that. Just switch back to my site here. There we go. So that's a very good question, the modify commissions. So again, one of the main things with this software is that we're looking for transparency. And sometimes customers have this, have these models where sometimes they wanna, apply a change to our commission that's not part of the standard configuration because they say, well, for this particular sale, due to this reason, although this person normally gets 5%, we're paying 6% because of this or that, right? So having the system do that automatically, of course, is not possible because it falls outside of the configuration. So we have something that we call the modify commission record screen. It's a small transaction that gets generated where the system allows you to modify information on the commission record that was generated, and it actually generates a document that will exist in the system and will allow you to get that traceability of why this commission record got that or why this percentage doesn't match the configuration. So you could have something like this and say, well, for sales rep number 10, right, we actually, on the computer line, although we calculated this margin, this percentage, we're actually paying 6.5%, let's say. So you get to modify this. You have the document that holds that traceability. And once it's released, it'll be effectively applied to the commission. And now you have a manual modification on it. You roll up to the detail lines and ignore the inventory. These are the commission records for a single line per salesperson. Yes. There are multiple ways to do that. We actually sometimes have what we call compacted commission lines. So that gives you a roll up at the document level, right? Then you also have a roll up at the period level, right? So we go here to this GI calculation period totals inquiry. You will see that, let's say for salesperson number 10, I think that's the one we're playing with. For each period, now month 6, you can see here what the numbers are getting on. So
yeah, our system is able to reduce, let's say an invoice or a sales order is able to reduce all the commissions into less lines, let's say. So let's say you have 2 salespeople, you cannot reduce that to 1 line, but we can go all the way down into the commission plan, the incentive, and the person. So let's say we have a food distributor company, few of them, and they have huge invoices, so very large amount of lines in all those invoices. So we just reduce everything into 1 or 2, depending if there's 2 commission plans or 2 salespeople involved. This is split. So yes, so we can do that very well. Yes, it's not a reporting roll up. It's not a reporting roll up. It is an actual reduction of all the, we will ignore all the inventory IDs and all the lines, and we'll just create 1 record. And the system will do that. It's only going to be 1 if we apply that, because many customers do not want, the log document level. Many clients do not want that. So that's kind of an exception, I would say, that we see out there, but we're capable of doing it.
Yeah, it's not common, but it's out of the box functionality. Yeah. Document and salesperson level, correct.
Yeah.
And one of the good things about it is that you actually still get the capability of filtering in or out lines. So if your invoice has 30 lines, but you only commission for 25, the system will take that into account. And when that roll-up is generated, that 1 line is generated, it pulls only from the commissionable lines. Or the lines that you're filtering in for that incentive. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Okay. So let me just share this again. Again, if you want to see more about our software, want to see how we can model your commissions, that we know a number of industries. We have customers in manufacturing, construction, medical, technology, distribution, and many other things. Yeah, we probably have already worked in your industry, and if we haven't, then we can absolutely. So again, if you want to see more, want to see how this will look with your exact model, we prepare very thorough demos, trying to match exactly what your commission plans are, trying to match your numbers, and helping you see yourself using the system and realizing just how much time it'll save you. Thanks to it being in Acumatica, thanks to the amount of reports and different things. So feel free to book with us. Again, here's our QR code, and here are some of our contacts. So our web page, www.symphonytech.com. You can also see some of our pricing structures in there, some of our different subscription plans that we have as well. Our YouTube channel has many examples. Some of our demos are in there, some of our previous webinars, and some of the different things that the system can do. You can find in our YouTube channel.